Lucifer fans, we're back with another video on our favorite angel cast out of heaven, forced to rule over hell for all of eternity. Netflix has blessed us, get it, heaven, hell, blessed, with 5 seasons of this very lovable show, and we're just waiting for more to come. This show is our favorite combination of sassy humor, intense fighting, drama, love triangles, and our devilishly handsome protagonist, Lucifer, of course.
Just, Lucifer, put some freaking clothes on.
Well, every show for the most part has some Easter eggs hidden within its storyline, plot points, characters, or visuals, and we just love looking for these hidden gems. For a quick little backstory on the premise of this show, feel free to check out one of our other videos talking about the Part 1 ending of Season 5, in which we describe each of our main characters. In this video though, we want to dive in and talk about some ultra devilish details you missed in Season 5. As usual friends, this video contains spoilers, so if you haven't yet caught up on our buddy Lucifer's latest antics, do not proceed. This first Easter egg is just funny to us, so we knew we had to include it. So, as we know, Dan is often the butt of the joke, especially when it comes to Lucifer picking on him constantly. Well, friends, the theme of pudding runs rampant throughout the 5 seasons of Lucifer. In Season 2, Dan says, "I know you ate my pudding" to Lucifer, and we see throughout the seasons he can always be found with pudding in his hands. I mean, you can't blame him, the man just really loves his pudding. Friends, this is how we knew that there was, in fact, something off about Lucifer at the beginning of Season 5. He offers a cup of pudding to Daniel with a smile, which struck us as super odd and led us to believe that maybe Lucifer actually wasn't Lucifer before Michael was even revealed. Speaking of knowing Michael wasn't Lucifer, we love how Chloe totally outsmarted Michael with a swift shot to his leg, which was exactly the way she shot Lucifer in the leg in the first season. Back then, she wanted to prove Lucifer was in fact the devil.
You're bleeding.
I'm bleeding.
Of course you're bleeding.
And in Season 5, with a similar style shot, she proves that Michael is not, since he's not vulnerable around Chloe. We know that the moment she shoots Lucifer is significant between the two, since for Chloe's birthday, Lucifer has the bullet made into a necklace which he gives to Chloe. So she's way ahead of Michael. Go Chloe. Next, remember the episode when we're introduced to Lilith? Well, the club that she's a singer at is called the Garden Club. Now, you may have missed this tiny detail, but it in fact brings attention to Lilith's days in the Garden of Eden, and we learn the story of her ring and how it holds a piece of the garden in it. So it's pretty cool that they named the club Garden Club, after its heavenly counterpart. There's also another aspect of that episode that pays homage to the police theme of the show. We see a sign outside of the Garden Club for the alibi room, which of course is a nod to the investigation of crimes as we see them on Lucifer. So, not only do we have some celestial references, but also more grounded, concrete references to the detective and the crime-solving aspect of the show. So we mentioned we love the humor on this show. Well, friends, we also love the consistency in the humor throughout the seasons on the show.
Cocaine.
Just like the situation with Dan and his beloved pudding, there are also funny moments where, in order to learn something about themselves, the characters dress up and act like other characters on the show. And it's usually people who are the total opposites of each other, which adds even more humor to the mix. For example, in Season 5, Maze decides to dress, talk, and act like Ella to become more emotionally available, as Linda suggests. This definitely weirds Ella out, not to mention every viewer who knows that Maze is usually a fierce, scowling, leather-wearing, knife-wielding demon, but we got a good laugh out of it. This also reminds us when Lucifer is going through one of his own personal journeys and dresses up and acts like Detective Douche, mimicking his douche ways every step of the way. And when Eve wants to win Lucifer back, so she dresses up like Chloe and sits at her desk at the precinct. We thought we were seeing double. We love this as a theme of humor introduced throughout the show. I mean, what's next? Michael looking and acting like Lucifer? Oh, wait. There are so many subliminal messages in Season 5, and one of our favorites is this. In the Part 1 ending of Season 5, we see tensions beginning to boil over, and it's clear that there's about to be a huge fight. Well, here's something you may have missed. When Michael gets into Amenadiel's head about whether or not Charlie is mortal and whether he'll live a normal life, he stands over one shoulder, further using his manipulative tactics against Amenadiel. We also see Lucifer standing over the other shoulder, telling Amenadiel not to listen to Michael, and that he has nothing to worry about regarding Charlie. The positioning of the camera, friends, creates this literal angel on one shoulder, devil on the other shoulder image, and we thought this was so cool. It also challenges viewers to turn the concept of good versus evil on its head, since in this case, the angel is actually the evil one and the devil is the good one. There are a bunch of other little Easter eggs that are more subtle than even those referring back to other episodes in the series. For example, in episode 506, we learn about Carnal Girl 506. Well, this can't just be a coincidence. The producers and writers of the show never miss a beat tying everything together. Same with episode 507, when the copycat of the Whisper Killer lives in room number, yep, you guessed it, 507. These little Easter eggs are hard to catch indeed, but they're so cleverly constructed and we love them. So Lucifer fans, we saved our favorite for last, because yes friends, we love Chloe and Lucifer together. In Season 5, when they finally sleep together, Lucifer rolls over and asks Chloe if she's cold, which is him messing with her and using her own words against her. In Season 1, we see that she says she's never, ever going to sleep with him.
I will never, ever sleep with you. Never.
And that it'll happen when hell freezes over. Just when we've forgotten certain things the characters have said, the producers and writers refer to them through witty jokes and humorous references. Well, it took 5 seasons, but I guess hell did freeze over for these two and they finally got together. Another thing we noticed when these two got together, Chloe totally snores. She wakes up with a start after some pretty loud snoring, which takes us back to Season 1, when Chloe wakes up in Lucifer's bed, but nothing had actually happened physically between the two. And she's pretty upset and storming out the door. And Lucifer calls out in his sassy tone, "You snore, by the way," which sets the stage for when we actually do see her snoring in Season 5. It's so satisfying when these things come full circle. Lucifer fans, those are some of our favorite hidden gems in Season 5. We never know what we can expect from our devilish friend and his crazy shenanigans. Did you notice any other Easter eggs in Season 5? Leave us a comment below. As usual, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell as we bring you more juicy info, gossip, and speculation about the shows and stars you know and love. Until next time!